Hello, this is a 7 kill level game played on IGS where white got lucky at the end to kill a bunch of stones in the top right corner and win by resignation, even though black was winning by about 10 points if everything proceeds normally towards the end, but things like that can happen. So let's check it out. A very calm and normal Fuseki with the top right Shimari and a Komoko. And here white was supposed to attack the lower right corner, either a high approach or a low approach, in order to prevent the second Shimari. Now when white splits, black is very happy to get another corner enclosure, and in this case black can consider r6, because like this it narrows the space or the gap between r10 and r6, so white can only make a nice base if he extends towards the top right Shimari, and like this black is tempted to continue with some big points. And there are several large moves to consider for black next. Now when playing the Tai Shimari, which is also fine, it leaves white the option to extend 2 space to the top or 2 space to the bottom. So right now white can consider Tenuki, which he actually did in the game, and he got a big point here. So now when black attacks from the top, white can make a 2 space jump here and the base is fine, and when black attacks r8, white can extend to the top. So either way white can settle his r10. But in this position it's quite big for black to approach c6 in order to limit white's development on the bottom side. Black attacks c14, which is also good. It's hard to say, I mean, it's a very sensitive difference between c14 and c6. c6 seems a little bit more urgent because of k3, but either way it's fine. After white answers here, black can still approach c6. Now when white answers with Ogema instead of Keima, white wants to build more in that corner. So when Keima is played, black slides, white blocks the corner, and black extends, the basic Joseki. Or of course black can play the attach, Hane, Hane under, then we have this modern follow-up, pretty similar. But with Ogema, when black slides, like it happened in the game, and extends, white builds more in the corner compared to having the Keima. So in this case, black should think about something else to make sure white doesn't build so much, and it's more common to invade the corner at c17. So take the San. Now if white simply blocks d17 and black connects, white is going to be a bit over concentrated, having g17 too close to his own thick formation. Therefore white will separate. This is the normal way and fighting spirit. So black pushes, white nobi in this case, because having the stone at c14, it's a bit more difficult for white to hane. Black can push again or hane to expand the eye space and push after that. Also Keima is an option here, which is more common nowadays, but the push is the basic Joseki. White will bump. Now the corner is already alive, and black can also do something about his c14, whether jump out like this or go down once threatening to connect under, and then jump out to look at the cutting point at f15 and then extend for a base. So black scoop out the corner and also settle a base in front of the wall. Now this should be okay for black overall, compared to the classic Joseki where white is happy to have a comfortable formation in the top. So back to the original game. Now white extends towards this lower right Shimari. This extension, it's safer to be on entry because black's formation is very strong, so black can invade after that. But white is just trying to develop faster. Good direction to play to go r8 and reinforce the corner while attacking r10. Now this is overstretched too. It's much safer for white to play r13. When white goes all the way to r14, it leaves the gap at r12, so black can jump in right away and punish with this invasion. So white's options locally are to play an attach like this, and then black can cut one way or the other and remove the base. Now white is on the run. One Atari here is playable, but it's not necessarily centered. Black is already fine and connected, so black can extend in the top and look at the cutting point of Q13. So white needs another move to fix against the cut, then black can go for big moves. So the invasion can be quite severe. If white goes out with a Kosumi, black can also go out, then surround r14. Therefore r14 is punished, and that's pretty good because white was not supposed to go so far. He played a bit too brave here. Playing c6, it's a big point too. Most open side and also good directional play. Now normally white should just defend f4. f4 is a good formation with k3. This is a move, another aggressive move to attack the corner, but black is not so worried, so black can go double approach here, or still consider r12, or just go out p15. Now with p15 the corner is ultra safe. Black needs to white has to protect on the right side against the invasion, and then black can invade the top. If white protects the top around k16, black invades the right side, so black will get one invasion or the other, which is easy to play. Anyway, this invasion point is good too, because n17 was a little bit too far in this case. Very good to extend for a base in the top. Now with this move there's more pressure in the corner, so black is supposed to do something about the corner. For example, attach here, cut, then Atari under and extend. So this way the corner is ultra safe. And black can use the Keima cut to sacrifice and reinforce the corner. Now black decided to defend the other stones. Actually the two stones is better to jump at k15, the dog face formation. Also black can attach and pull back. Then when white nobi, clamp once and leave the position like this, and again reinforce the top right corner. Okay, jump out. Then white play the bump. White should try q17, then either go in the corner r17 to take away the base, or try a honey like q18. Then if black connects on the outside, white makes some shape in the top and black is on the run. With this bump white is actually helping black get a pretty good formation. Simply pull back and the group is safe. Then white needs other moves, maybe go back here, and later in the game black can push. Now if white wants to keep the group separated, it's forced to make an empty triangle, which is ugly. If white connects anyway, it's an empty triangle and black can link under. So we can see that p16 bump wasn't so great for white here. Anyway, the bump is an option too, but this leaves white the block, and now black has to go down. A safer move here is to play the hanging connection, allow the Atari connect, but now black is alive. So when white plays here, black protects. When white connects in the top, black plays the 2-2 point. That's the carpenter square, so it's safe. This way there's still a little bit of agi at r18, but black can resist. Black has outside liberties, so this can happen. And if white cuts, Atari and capture everything. So there are just code threads for now. This jump is fine to protect the right side, but the invasion at r12 can still be a problem later on. So right now the double Kakari, very good decision, because white never defended here. So white has to attach, hane, go up, and nobi. Here black can play the attach, because black is interested to fix the bottom side and damage all this potential, because on the left side white can't do much. So when white blocks here, black will pull back, white needs to connect, and black makes a very nice shape this way. Then there's a cutting point at e4, and white needs another move to protect, but in this case black will invade the bottom. Then if white protects the bottom side like this, black can push through and cut the left side. So either way it looks a little bit painful for white, because he doesn't have time to defend in both places. So nobi, and wrong connection. This is another empty triangle. Here white can block, because if black pushes and cuts, white can cut back and fight. Therefore, black has to be patient and connect first, then initiate a fight with the cut. But again, white needs to protect against the cut, and black can think about the invasion. Or go out first to reinforce the group, white jumps between the groups, and then invade. Or if white protects, black can surround this way and build a lot of a big moy on the left side. So the flow is pretty good for black, and this way it's even better. Push. This Hane, it's a little bit risky, but white plays with fighting spirit because it takes away some liberties, and maybe he's thinking about the cut of g3, but black cuts first. That's a pretty nice decision. So here there's a little bit of a semi-fight. If white descends, black has to descend too, because if black connects against the cut, white will catch the stone, and then the corner is connected. So this is forced. Then white should cut at g3, black will push. If black tries Atari and go down, white captures the 3 stones faster. So black has to play Atari here, even push one more time. This Atari can be played later as a code threat, it's not necessary. Then black needs to take away the liberties. Now here, white can try a little Tesuji, but white is behind by 1 liberty. So when white Hane, Atari, then block this way. White needs an approach move and loses the semi, which is good, nice corner. But at least white separated g4 compared to the actual game where white lost the corner, but g4 is still not separated. So here white got some kind of thickness towards the left side, but black will refute it with this move. Normally it's good enough for black to defend h3. If white plays another move on the left side, then black invades m3. If white defends against the invasion, then defend on the left and put that group under attack. Now here, when this move is played, white can Hane on the first line, which removes the liberty of the 2 stones. So when black jumps, there's more pressure on the left, and then white should come out and use the cut g3. Now here again, black has to give up that stone. If black tries to resist with Atari and now take the 2 stones, try to capture the 2 stones, white can turn in center. Then here black can only play this move to capture the 2 stones, and white has Atari and take the other 2. Or Atari, Atari, and go out. Now the 3 stones can be captured in a ladder, so black has to turn. White can even double Hane, and black needs to play all these moves to save the group. Then white will capture the bottom stones. So now the group in the middle is floating, and white got profit on the bottom. So that's how white can use the cut in his favor. But white simply went down, and that jump is proper. So if black plays here, white can play this kind of move, then wedge, Atari from the outside, Atari again, and kill some stones, or all of them. So black defends, and white could use the cut. But first descend, extract this stone to create more RG, and then cut. But white played an obi, which is passive, and now black has time to protect h3, which is actually extremely solid and proper and creates the invasion of m3. So white will play here, then black can try something on the right side. Now playing this tsuke, s14, looks a little bit overplayish, but the idea is that if white cuts, black can also cut and Atari like this to get into the middle. Or black plays directly the clamp and Atari this way and then connect. This is similar to what happened in the game, but in a different order. So normally on this tsuke, white should simply pull back. Then if black goes back, white will play away. Jump again in the center to keep this area safe and weaken the top 3 stones. So white blocked and black cuts. Now normally black should go back and then look at the cutting point. Now on the cut, white can extend up, then black captures a stone, white separates, and then the corner has a problem. And also the right side. So if black connects under, white will jump in the corner. If black defends the corner, white will take the vital point and go for the kill. But okay, black can leave small like this, and even so it's still painful. So black loses lots of points in the corner and makes a 2 points life on the side. But white missed this, white captured, and then black gives up the stone as bait and profits on the outside. That's very good for black. And now the groups are separated. This turn is big, but the jump it's better to play Nobi, threatening to catch the 2 stones. White needs to connect and then simply block the corner to keep enough ice space in that area. So here white captured an unimportant stone. White was already strong, and black can connect in center. So Nobi, white needs to protect, then go out again. No need to turn here, because anyway it doesn't affect the group on the right. So white protected anyway, he needs eye shape. Yeah, that's also a nice move. Black can play this kind of Keima eye stealing move, threatening to capture the 2 stones, then push through. So it makes sense for white to take the shape point. But this Atari doesn't do much because the group on the right side is very strong, so white can counter. Yeah, good decision to play away. And now come out. But it's always better to settle the group right away on the spot, keep the base, then keep running, because when running in the center your opponent will just take forcey moves on the outside. Now this feels a little bit slack, but it's a big endgame move. And black also doesn't need to connect that stone right away, it's too early. For example, if black jumps here and white captures a stone, this is gote for white, then black has a nice sacrifice sequence. So all these moves are center for black, then black has a nice potential in the middle, and now it can just push from here to grow the center. It's much better to go for the points in this area than to save one little stone on the second line at this stage. So it's just too early to take gote here. There are other big points also, like the M3 invasion. So white comes out. Here black can push once. It's good to play this kind of straight line shapes. White will go up and then jump to the left to threaten the invasion in the top. So white might answer and then came again. And now white connects the border very nice to build a middle left area. This kind of move looks like a neutral point more or less. And now instead of connecting solid, black should connect with a hanging connection which threatens a cut. So it's an active connection. Then white has to block and black can jump out again. Or simply block the corner to keep ice in the... Like this is just a connection that doesn't... It's complete gote and doesn't affect the top group much. So turn... This is still risky. Should be h3. And now either hane or some jump. Now white can go out and then think about the cut. Too late. Finally black got the h3, so no more cut. White has to jump on neutral points, but black missed the opportunity to invade m3. White tries a desperate invasion on the left side and nothing happens. He just lost some stones there. Good to separate those middle stones. Maybe jump here with a keima. Yeah, white is trying a little counter attack. Very good for black to fix that way. In fact here it's better to play a keima to separate those guys in the center. So white needs to connect somehow. And then black can use the m3, the last big point on the board. This is a fine block. Push, very good. Cut and capture something. Nice peep. Turn. Oh, this is a big chance for black to kill a lot. So just block. Now if white plays here, black answers everything and surround the group. It's enough to play this kind of move. Even if white plays some Ataris in the center, the group on the left side is completely surrounded and killed. So here actually white should resign the game. Lucky way out. It's better to connect with a hanging connection here. So right now black still has some lead. This is center. Peep one time to prevent the cuts. M3 is very big. Can push once. And when white jumps, attach above. Then connect under. Also after the push, black can push along. There are cutting points here. And then cut this way. Now white is just captured and black connects on a large scale. White was supposed to connect under. Even if black plays Atari from the outside, white is connected and the black has to worry about the cutting point. Like this, black can turn. White needs to make 2 eyes, which is painful. Then black can go for compensation, trying to kill the 2 stones. So it's good to cover first. It's sent actually, because if white cuts here, black can push through and white still needs to leave with the bottom group. Otherwise, let's say white tries to kill something here, then black will get the profit, white plays away, and now when black blocks here, the bottom group dies too. So black had time to turn M2. Here it's good to continue with a push and cut and make some profit in the center also. This kind of peep doesn't do much because the group on the right side has many eyes. Okay, white tried hard to kill some more stones, but here in fact black should cover. So block, connect, cut, Hane, Atari, connect. Oh sorry, this doesn't work. Yeah, black had to connect here. Then when Hane, block and connect and kill everything. So white got away with an overplay. Also black can just connect tight on the third line. Yeah, so connect under. Hane works. Then still think about push and cut. And black gets some profit here. So now let's fast forward to the end where black messed up. Now the shape point is to go R18. And then if white pushes again in the corner, black can connect in the center. Yeah, this is a good defense. White connects under. Black connects under. Monkey jump doesn't work here. It's better to just push, block, and leave it like this. If monkey jump, white can push, then Atari from behind, Atari again, and there is no way to connect because of the damage Sumari, so white will take back the stones. White didn't do that. But anyway, this way, when white plays here, black connects, Atari connect, so the monkey jump ended Gote. That's a good center by white. This is center for black. Then small moves, both for white and black. Oh, there's no Atari, so when black plays this move, white can push. If Atari here connect, and then black will lose those stones. So black needs to play here first and later block. White could capture those guys and then it's a much closer game. And here it's better to connect solid. It leaves no cotrets. Taking the stone, there is still a cotret here, peep or Atari for later. So push, gotta take, correct. That was big. This is all fine. This move doesn't bring any point. Well, maybe one, but if the group gets separated and black must fill, so better connect here. Let white push and connect and it's all safe. Now black wins by 10 points. So I separated. Black can play one Atari here, but now black has to pay attention with all the damage Sumari in the top. So Atari, still small and safe moves, all fine. Here black already has to pay attention. Yeah, instead of connecting that guy, which is just taking away liberties, black has to connect here, white takes a liberty, black connects here, white takes a liberty, black connects here, and when white captures the ko, black can connect. When Atari, black connects again, so it's all fine. Now when white cuts here, at the end black still needs to play inside a couple of times. It's 1, 2, 3, but overall it's a 10 points win for black, about. So it's not Atari yet, no need to defend. But now Atari take the ko, Atari take the ko, throw in, take, go for ko, Atari, ko again, Atari connect. Where else ko threats? Atari here, Atari here. Yeah, white can win the ko, but still he loses the game. So what happened in the actual game? Black connected here, and that was the end of it. Now there is no time to defend 1, 2, 3, 4 moves, so black can just white can just Atari and black will still lose the tail. Only when black connects here, white needs to capture, and this actually happened in the game. Very unfortunate finish for black, so must pay more attention when the board is crowded. Enjoy the review and play better next time.